Welcome to the Scoop with Dukes. I'm your host, Philip Dukes, aka Dukes the Scoop. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Dukes the Scoop. And please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you have not become a member yet, take the opportunity to go to the description box and look towards the end of that description, and you'll see a link where you can become a member and support the channel. All right, guys, Auburn. Auburn has a big win week one. Did it in a way, and we've all talked about Jackson Arnold on his legs, but I think this week, from what I'm hearing coming out of practice, um, they're gonna pass the ball this week. Auburn is setting itself up to be a very dangerous offense. Last week you saw Damari Austin have a really good game running behind his shoulder pass. Jeremiah Cobb toted the ball well. I think these guys had 16 carries apiece. Hell, that's insane. Uh, Traditionally, what Auburn is used to doing, and we haven't used to doing it, we haven't seen it lately. But kudos to Coach Freeze for taking what was there. Do you know how hard it has to be to have a Cam Coleman, a Malcolm Simmons, and an Eric Singleton and not get them the ball because the run game is working so well? You got to be tempted, and they took shots. But I think that patience will pay off when it comes to taking the right shots. When you look at what Jackson Arnold was able to do, a lot of people are surprised. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, we were expecting something different from Jackson Arnold." But I think towards the end of fall camp, when there was so much being talked about as far as the defense winning the majority of the camp practices when they went good on good, and one of the main points, and I'll continue to say it, was that you didn't get an opportunity to see Jackson Arnold really create because the play's blown dead. So how many times will you see Jackson Arnold make a good move in the backfield and get out of there? And I think he did that a tremendous job of that on Saturday. And I just wanted to kind of rehash why I think this is important. Now, for those who may not be familiar with Jackson Arnold, I want to show you why I think that one is not a surprise to see that him doing the things that he does. I mean, really and truly, Jackson Arnold may be a lot of people think Jackson Arnold can run 4.5. He's in that range. Like Jackson is a great athlete. This is one of the players that stood out to me from his senior year, and I'm taking it back here just because I wanted to show the athleticism of a Jackson Arnold, where you may not have seen. You saw it Saturday, but you may not have known that Jackson Arnold really had wheels like that. He really was one of those really plus athletes. But let's go here. This is Jackson Arnold his senior year. This is one of his more impressive plays right here. This is Arnold. Now you see how he bounces that. So this sequence is really impressive. Now, not just this play. We're gonna go to a couple of them. All right, Reed Poole. He's used to running that. He bounces that. He could have took it the first time, but he bounces it, shows some athleticism, got to the sideline. Watch this. This is the one that looks like a design quarterback draw. Look at this acceleration on Jackson Arnold's part. Step back. Rush comes upfield. Jackson Arnold says, "We'll get out of here." This is special. That's what they call an angle eraser. This is special. This is what I think makes Jackson Arnold special when they go. You haven't seen him take off like this yet, but he will. Here, when he hits this gap, he hits that hole and accelerates to the pylon where the safety, he erases the angle. And he's not playing plumbers and Joes. He's playing pretty good football in Texas. This is not the play I want to look at, but you can just see the ease and the accuracy that he throws with, especially when he is creative. And I think getting the confidence of being able to run the ball and the importance of Jackson putting that on film is what makes it more important than anything. See, now when you go into different atmospheres or you go into different environments or you play different teams, you got Ball State this week. They haven't put passing on film yet. You don't know you saw some route concepts, but you really didn't get that on film. So at this point, Jackson Arnold becomes that much more dangerous because when he starts to throw the ball, that's what we know him for, and he didn't have to do it. And the weapons that he has in order to throw the ball, the weapons allow, and this is why it's so complimentary football. It is such a good example of complimentary football when in basic football, not making it rocket science, two safeties high, run the ball. They don't want to get beat deep, and they don't want to get beat to the perimeter. Did you guys see how often? And there have been some great breakdowns. Shout out to my guy Matty Dubs. Shout out to around the barn. Uh, you know, there have been some breakdowns of what Eric Singleton provided just from a window dressing aspect and how the defense shifted with them every time. They overcommitted, they overplayed it because they didn't want Eric Singleton to beat them, but to the perimeter because when you see what he did at Georgia Tech, it was lights out by the time he got out there one-on-one with the corner. And you don't want to put a corner in that position so that linebacker and that safety have to cheat down. Well, that leaves the running lanes wide open for a guy like Jackson Arnold, who I just showed you. It's not a fluke. That's who he is. He's really a plus athlete. So I think it's always good to see sometimes that a guy really has pedigree. But this week, Ball State, well, I'm looking at Jackson Arnold to have one of those games. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you see Deuce Knight. I think I think Auburn is looking to get up. They want to score early and often. They want to throw the ball. They're going to throw the ball. They're going to run the ball, and they can break some big ones. But you can't allow, and this is it. You cannot continue to allow Auburn just to march up and down the field running the ball. Somebody's going to have to put their safety in the box. And that's what we've yet to see. And I can't wait to see what happens when you drop that safety in the box. And now you got to make your decision. One-on-one Eric Singleton, one-on-one Cam Coleman, one-on-one Malcolm Simmons. Scary hours. So right now, we can and look, let's go to mybookie.ag for those who like to place wagers. Let's go see the over and under from mybookie.ag. All types of betting, and you can live betting, casino, you name what they have. You name it, they have it. It's mybookie.ag. Let me share my screen so we can go look at the over under. And actually, when you go to mybookie.ag, if you go sign up, I think they matching up to like $500. You can use my code DSCOOP Scoop, and from that point, you can go get they got a lot of options where they'll match your money. So use that promo code when you go sign up. But mybookie.ag for those betting the over and the under is 52 points. So and Auburn is favored by 44, and they're saying that they're looking for it to be in the 52-point range. So that's like saying Auburn will win 44 points on 52. That's like saying Auburn is projected to win like 48-4, something like that. So when you talk about having a quick strike offense, I think Auburn is going to score early and often. And I think you do see Deuce Knight. I think from what I'm hearing, he would be the second quarterback up. I know there was a lot of waffling and going back and forth between him and Ashton Daniels in the fall camp, but I think right now Deuce Knight is your number 2 guy, and you should see him. I think it should be a good opportunity just to get him ready to get him some reps, and I think people are going to be absolutely elated to see Deuce Knight. But yeah, man, if you but yeah, there's a lot of interesting games this week. Some of these I'm thinking like you got like will Nebraska cover over Akron, Virginia Tech, shoot, 1 point favorite, only 1 point over Vanderbilt. So it's a lot to look at, a lot to go over. So make sure you're going over to mybookie.ag. Man, any kind of bet you want to do, they got you covered for sure. Like, I mean, whether it's like a parlay where you get extended legs on a parlay, prop bets, you name it, they got it. It's been a cool site for me to use. So man, shout out to those people over there at mybookie.ag. So yeah, when it comes to Auburn right now, might I say dark horse? Is it too early? And we'll get into that on another show. But I think offensively, Jackson Arnold has set himself up to be one of the most dangerous men in the SEC. When you have the cachet of weapons he has, and you've now the most important thing is that you've put on film that you will run the ball and people will have to compensate. Once it's going to be good one or two ways. Either they're going to have to drop that extra safety in the box, put a spy on you, and take somebody out of coverage, or they're going to have to let Eric Singleton or Malcolm Simmons get that jet sweep so they can stay home with you. So either way it goes, he's the catalyst. He's the guy. I think Jackson Arnold has the opportunity to put up one of those. Is it just me? And I know this could be a post-win high, but is it just me, or does this team have that little weird energy that we see every few years? You know, that weird energy like the 13 team had, and I would venture to say the 17 team had a little bit of that energy too last time, or the swag surf against UGA, I'll always remember. But it's been a while since you felt that energy from a team. And I think that Jackson Arnold, first and foremost, first touchdown, he hits the move, he gets in there. You know, that's an Atlanta dance move. That's what all the kids are doing. And I saw the other guys joining them. And it just showed me, I saw some relief there. And I saw some camaraderie there. And I'm like, man, this team's got a vibe. I like this. I like the vibe. And I like Jackson Arnold's vibe. I think for him to be able to be as successful as he was on the ground, and now he's put that on film, making the throws, that's what makes him special. It's the arm talent. He wasn't a 5-star for nothing. So being able just to go revisit, and if you do get a chance, go check out Huddle and revisit some of those highlights of Jackson Arnold, just so you can get a load of his true athletic ability. And he is so dangerous throwing the ball on the run. So when people start respecting this run and they start cheating up, Jackson Arnold will make you pay. All right, well, that's my time for today, man. I just wanted to get in, get a good feel good Wednesday show in, and we're going to go to Pro Football Focus. I got some elite stats there, exclusive stats on the Pro Football Focus from the elite level customer. So I'll be able to share my screen now, and we'll go into and do a deep dive on the Pro Football Focus side of the stat review. But yeah, in the meantime, man, hey, make sure you guys keep smashing the like button, and as always, go to mybookie.ag and sign up using my code DSCOOP. All right, man, appreciate you guys.